My name is Devon Bates, and I'm currently 23 years old. I'll be 24 at the end of August, and today is May 8th, 2022, and here's my story. I really see myself as a creative person with a creative mind. Let's keep that word creative mind in our minds to be later explained at the end of my story, and I will tell you why. I am a student, a hard worker, a brother, a creator, an adventurer, and a future producer. I've been told I am a go-getter. I'll do anything and everything I can to make sure that things are running smoothly for any process that I am in the middle of. My fascination with being in the public's eyes and ears is something I've always had and continue to have a passion for. I've always loved having attention on me and only me. As a child, I did have attention on me, but it was a mix of both good and bad both. I really didn't like the type of attention I was getting, both the good and bad I was getting, so I knew if I wanted to better myself, I had to find a way to get out of it and make a change. I was always getting in arguments and fighting just to get myself away from the troubled past of school I was at. I even threatened to harm myself because no one wanted to pay attention to all the stuff I was doing while I was around them, both at school and at home. I've always knew I had a future. I know I wanted a future. But the way things were turning out, my bright future was really falling apart from the things I was doing. It was then that I brought the attention to my family of me sometime in the future after graduating high school or moving into college, that I would someday love to live in a big city and work my way up to something bigger than anyone has ever seen before. At the end of 2021, I was at home just searching for internships, jobs, or even debating on going back to school because it had gotten to that point of my life that I am done with school and it's time for me to go ahead and take what I gained and learned in school and put into the real world. I connected with a person by the name of Frank V. He was the director of the job I came to Tulsa, Oklahoma for. I was very excited to attain this producer job, but I should have seen the red flags raising when I did from the start, but the excitement was getting to me that I just kept ignoring them. My former director was not the right mentor for me. I was completely in shock to myself when I realized all the bad things that was being done to me, said about me behind my back, or even what some of the people were doing with me around. And it was all hidden behind smiles, laughter, and just random conversations. Before I moved from Texas to Oklahoma, I was still in my off-campus apartment just doing a lot of things I was told that I needed to get done. Some of the red flags that I seem to have missed is not speaking to this person on camera or face-to-face, realize how bad the city is before getting here, how hard it would to be finding a new job, if I did leave, how much time and effort I had to put into everything in order to stay afloat, etc. Over the past 2-3 months since I left, I have had almost been evicted, rent has been late, working 2 customer service jobs, taking classes, been interviewed with other jobs that fits well with my degree and my current studies, etc. I went through time to where I would shower for a few days, not eat anything unless I am at work or just sleep all day, then finally my turning point. After going back to the station, them not helping me, making numerous phone calls and text messages with nobody responding, I knew it was time for a change. I did not want them or anyone to know that I just gave up and didn't try to go back to what I was really wanting to do with my career. I was one out of the 3 people that started who had no idea what was, but they all got a general idea of what it was, but I needed more time, but I was treated more differently, but I didn't get that. After one big last incident, I decided to just go and realize that I did do the right thing by leaving. It was holding me back and I never wanted that. All those people may have stopped talking to me, but I barely knew them anyway. A few months later, I started the master's degree in new media journalism with Full Sail University and got a new job offer that's out of state all within the same month of April. I will be leaving Oklahoma within the next 3 to 4 weeks from now for a new, better opportunity from what I had before. Getting a job right out of college isn't something that people would normally do. I waited about 4 months after graduating high school and college to start going on to people. Full Sail University is not a stranger to me. Back in 2017, when I was graduating from high school, I was offered a Creative Minds scholarship to attend school there, and I accepted it, but later turned it down to stay back in Texas, go to a community college and finish out my basics, then graduate, but I could have gone there to finish out the rest of my courses. However, I didn't do that either. I graduated and transferred to a university that was nearby to attain my bachelor's degree. That is why I mentioned in the beginning of my story to keep those 2 words, creative minds, in your minds, because that's how Full Sail University came to be for me. Because of that scholarship, if I didn't remember about that scholarship, I probably wouldn't have chosen to attend graduate school somewhere else. My first SMART goal is to make my way to Wisconsin to start my job and also to continue my classes. My second goal, SMART goal, I can achieve is that I want to share my story with other people, like going to schools and sharing my story of how my life completely changed from what happened at my first career job to how I landed back in school and got a new one in different states, all within the same year. Thank you.